There's at least 12 potholes in that short section of road. So it's a perfect example. You don't have to travel that far.
In Brackley, Northamptonshire, the life of a pothole is always at risk of being shortened. Mark, aka Mr. Pothole, has become a menace for local councils, but a hero for Britain's roads and its users.
I mean, these have been marked up by the local council, but in reality, with their intervention criteria, it'll be up to 6 months before they actually get repaired. But in that time, they will get worse. If they get worse, and I monitor it, I will chase them because they become a danger.
He's spent the last decade of his life campaigning for road repairs, but now he's needed more than ever. The rising price of fixing a pothole is soaring, and as a result, fewer are being filled. 2 hours away in Lincolnshire, this hole hasn't escaped its fate. From the fuel in the tools to the black bits of bitumen, everything costs more. Before the war in Ukraine, many materials came from Russia, and now global supplies are squeezed.
This pothole here in Grantham isn't going to be a problem for locals anymore, but the price of fixing it for councils like Lincolnshire is going to continue to cause difficulties because the exponential increase is almost unbearable.
Fuel's up 135%, tarmac a 65% increase, bitumen rising by 30%, and on average a pothole repair costing up to 22% more. Some local authorities are rationing supplies. Lincolnshire County Council says it has to prioritise jobs.
Fundamentally, it's a function of spend. Without the money to spend on the materials, on the labour, on the fuel to move everybody around, we're going to really struggle to keep on top of the potholes.
The Local Government Association represents councils in England and Wales. It says a £400 million cut to the government's yearly road maintenance budget has already put councils under pressure. Councillor Reynard says more cash is needed for authorities to function.
Given the increasing costs of both the materials and energy and other inflationary costs, that this poses an additional pressure on local councils when they're already very short of resources to carry out other statutory duties.
A Department for Transport spokesperson says the government is providing over £5 billion of investment over Parliament for highways in England, and that this is enough to fill millions of potholes a year. Back in Brackley, Mark's on to the next job. Being Mr. Pothole has become part of his identity. But a total rethink of road repairs is his dream ending for Britain's pothole nightmare.
Repairing potholes is a waste of money. You're better off to renew the asset itself properly and have a long-term plan. Governments have not really woken up to that.
Will Hollis for GB News in the East Midlands.